Alright guys, let me show you how I turn this tiny place into this stellar space in 13 minutes or less. A quick disclaimer, I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's start with the canvas. Like I said, the room is tiny. Here are some measurements in both in metric and someone's feet. This space has been used for storage, but I think that it could serve a much greater purpose, like a sim racing room, a gaming room, an office, and in general, just to be a creative space. Now that you have seen the canvas, let's design it. Here you can see me using an app called My Dream Setup that can be found on Steam and it only costs a couple of quid. I found it to be decent for the purpose, but I think there are better options out there. The idea here was to firstly recreate the room as closely as I could. I already knew that I wanted to be green and to make the space as cozy as possible, so I decided to stick with earthy tones like greens and blacks and browns and fill the space with many different small lights and plants and give walls some character. But then, my first bump in the road appeared in the form of a massive sim rig, and I'm not sure if it will fit in the room with the desk. I already had both that I will be using here. I might have been a little too enthusiastic with how much I thought that I could cramp into this little space. I've also never seen a triple monitor setup on a sim rig in person, but since now I have my own space, I will be getting 3 monitors, so I think I will be in for a surprise with how much space they will take. So stay tuned till the very end and see how did that work out. But other than that, I'm pretty happy the way this little render is coming along. I also have nearly everything that will be going into this room scattered around the house, like sim rig, the desk, the chair, the PC, the lights, and so on. I will only be getting the paint, the wall panels, and the wall shelves, and probably a few bits and bobs as well. And here is the design finished. Let's see if we can make it into a reality. And the room is painted, boys and girls. Now you can really see how uneven the walls are, but sure, look, I'm only renting here. I'm not gonna spend 3 days sanding them completely down and then redoing them again. This will do, I think. And please appreciate that unlike other evil YouTubers, I didn't make you watch me paint the walls. But instead, I let you watch this clip that is completely out of focus. Initially I quite like the green and white look, but that will change in the next clip, because we need more browns and more woods. Bam! Bam again! And like every other self-respecting YouTuber, I had to get the acoustic boards. But unlike other YouTubers, I know how to use a drill, so I didn't bother with glue. This shelf single-handedly set me back about 2 to 3 weeks, just because I needed 2 shelves, but IKEA only have 1 in stock, so I had to wait for them to be restocked again. I am very excited for something coming up next, and I'll show you how you can make something like that free of charge yourself. Firstly, you need to find an image of a car on the internet, then upload it into a €300 software and make a stencil. Then get yourself a sheet of wood, or you can use your €5,000 laser to cut it out, and get yourself €10 worth of paint and €20 worth of LED lights. And here you go, a free car light for your room. I hope that you found this little tutorial helpful. Enjoy! Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Ah yes guys, the star of the show, my rig. As you can see, even without triple monitors, it barely fits. Well, it fits, just about. And here comes a triple monitor stand. You know when you buy anything in IKEA and you go to assemble it and the instruction manual says that it requires 2 people for the thing to be assembled? I think it's one of those scenarios here, but I got it secondhand from a good friend of mine and it didn't come with instructions. But boy, it was awkward to set up. I wish I had a spare set of hands to help me out. But now we get to see a man struggle for a long time. You're welcome. Finally, I got to sit down and visualize my 1, 2, and 3 virtual screens. I'm in trouble, baby. And as you can see, the thing looks massive, and I don't even have my monitors up yet. To be fair, I don't even have the monitors yet altogether. I'm not even sure anymore if I have any space left for the desk. I'm in such a big trouble. Just stay tuned to see how it all looks in the end. So I got into this panic mode and I needed to find out ASAP if the desk will fit in this room or not. Because if it doesn't, I'm in big trouble. Because I never mentioned this before, but I'll have to share this room with my girlfriend. And if she can't play her games, I'm screwed. So, the moment of truth. And it fits as snug as a glove. Panic over. Before I fully commit with the desk, I wanted to get the poster off first. And if you ever played iRacing before, you can relate with this poster. And now, let's unugly this desk. Bam! Bam again! Pew! Now, with Joe Rogan and Jimmy Carr keeping me company, all I had to do for this evening was to mount my monitor, bring my computer and other peripherals, make sure that everything worked, do a little bit of cleanup, and I'll be done for this evening. After weeks of waiting, I finally managed to get my second shelf, which means that I'll be able to do the last bit of drilling and screwing in this room for this project. Which means that after this shelf is hung, we can go on to the fun stuff. Decorating. My bedroom is on the other side of this wall, and my thought process with this acoustic board was that if I play late at night, the person in the other room won't be able to hear me at all. Spoiler alert, I can be heard just fine. At least it looks really nice. Mandatory cat test to make sure that everything is up to a scratch. He seems concerned but confident. I think he approves. I didn't have blinds in the design that I've done earlier in this video, but this is a south-facing window, so in order for us not to get blind, we need blinds, otherwise we wouldn't be able to game during the day. Which is unusual when you work full-time 9 to 5. But sure, look, weekends happen. And now that the blinds are hung, let's decorate. Here comes the first plant, an IKEA bonsai. Here comes a second plant, pothos also from IKEA. Some cacti, straight from Spain. A cozy room wouldn't be a cozy room without a lava lamp. You know what's better than one steering wheel as a decoration? A second steering wheel as a decoration. And if you didn't quite get that I like cars, here's a motorcycle helmet. And another IKEA plant. And one more IKEA fake plant. Let's see if you can guess that this is my girlfriend's corner. A Lego, a flamingo light, a cactus light, another Lego, and a moonlight. Quite literally. And just like that, I am done decorating. But this room looks a lot better in the dark. This is where I'll stop talking and let you enjoy it. Right guys, I have to admit something. The room is fully done at this stage. But earlier in the video, I promised a triple monitor setup for my sim rig. But I don't have a triple monitor setup for my sim rig. And the reason behind it is that simply I just ran out of money. But if this video gets 5 likes, I'll do my absolute best to have them ready for my next video. And in the meantime,